Hi, friends. Welcome to yet another episode of Random Tangent. Today's episode is one that we actually never intended to film. As we said before, the way we do our episodes is to basically pick a topic, start talking about it, and see where it takes us. Our last episode, where we talked about some of our favorite video games, EverQuest and Conker's Bad Fur Day, ran a little long, you could say, about 2 hours worth of film. Some of it's actually pretty good, and we didn't want to just throw it all out, and normally this would be relegated to a scraps episode, but once again, an extra hour and a half of film, that's a bit more than a scrap. So that's what this week's episode is. Basically just random tangent doing what we do. Enjoy.
Crap. Welcome back.
Easy on back there.
Well, look at that. Now it actually hears us.
Ta-da!
Squirrel.
Better hear me sneeze.
Well, actually. At least the back didn't fly out, man.
Intense. I gotta say, I believe with the Live and Reloaded, the single player is all edited out. If you beat the game, you can go through and unlock the unedited version. But like at the same time, it's like, how is that a reward?
I beat the game.
You took away something from us, and now we gotta play it to get it back.
Isn't it ironic that that's become the thing now? Here's this game we made. It feels half done. Don't worry, we'll sell you the rest later.
Shall we move on?
Hold on, I want to touch on something.
Okay.
Not related to this, I just want to touch on something. These game companies out there that want to keep doing this, I'm hoping they pass a law in Europe, and I'm hoping that kind of blows up and travels to here where this crap is considered gambling. Mm-hmm. Because, frankly, outside of the whole concept of Disney...
Talking about loot boxes?
Loot boxes and all this other garbage. I am so upset by this. Mm-hmm. Because, to me, it seems like you're allowing people with money to win, and everybody else has to struggle and fight. Mm. You know, and I see it in so many games. These games where you have to grind and grind. What's the name of that one game? The one that made by the people who made Skyrim. The free to play one.
The Fallout Shelter.
No, the other one. It's set in that same kind of.
It's not made by Bethesda.
Why do I keep thinking it's made by Bethesda?
Because you get ideas in your head and they get stuck. Random tangent to a random tangent. In Grand Theft Auto Online or Grand Theft Auto 5, there's a song by Mia. The lyrics to the song, MIA, whatever. The lyrics to the song are, "My chain hits my chest when I'm banging on the dash." This motherfucker heard this. It's gone through whatever's in here.
No, you do realize I do this just to screw with Matt. Like, that's not... I don't believe that.
It came out as... My chain...
my tits hit...
my tits hit the dash.
No, what?
No, that's exactly what you say. My tits hit
the dashboard. Yeah, that's right.
And he thinks that's the song now. Like, he's like, hey, it's been a while since I heard that My Tits Hit the Dash song. Like, no one's ever heard that. That song doesn't exist, motherfucker.
Well, no, we've heard that because I've sang that.
Yeah, that's the only place it exists.
So it technically
you haven't heard it because you haven't said it. Once you've said it, you've heard it, and that's the only time everyone ever hears it. Most people haven't heard this song. You, me, and Matt, and now whoever's watching this. Go on with your tangent.
What was your point again? What was the name of that game? Help me out here.
It was
Evermore.
No. Neverwinter.
Neverwinter.
The Dungeons and Dragons.
Which now they got Morrowind coming out on the back end of that.
Really?
They're making a same type of game like that. Anyway, so there's a game called Neverwinter.
It's a fun game.
It's fun, but they basically what they did was they saw when they made the first Destiny and they said, wow, they made a lot of money off of that, but. It was a lot of grinding. What if we just didn't make the money off the game itself? What if we just made people grind, and grind,
it's
and
a
grind,
free-to-play game.
and grind, and grind? Oh, you want a horse? Give us $1,000. We'll give you this stupid horse. What do you mean in-game currency? No, we want 1,000 real dollars, and you can have this golden turd you can ride on. And guess what does it do? It's a golden turd. Now ride it.
It's
and grind, and grind, and grind, and grind. And guess what? We grind. We got it. We're playing because it's free to play. I always like checking out free to play games because you never know.
We had fun playing it.
Yeah,
up to a point.
And then after a while,
you
it's
get to like the higher levels where there's not much more to do, as it was, and like, well, what do we do now? Oh, we've got this late endgame content where you can try to find cooler weapons or whatnot.
But you got to grind and grind and grind.
So one thing they do is the entire time you're playing, you will get little treasure boxes. You kill something, and you see this brightly glowing thing, you run over it. It's like whatever kind of treasure box. And they've got different times. They have different stuff in them.
Damn fly.
In order to open them, you need a special key. I forget what they call it, but it's a key. How do you get the key? You pay for it with Zen, which is their in-game currency that you get by using either real world money or they have a Zen exchange where you can use. They've got like I don't know how many times of currency in this game. You use astral diamonds. You can barter for Zen. It becomes like a little stock market.
It's ridiculous.
But at the end of the day, you get all these free things like, oh, do you want to open them? Well, then you have to pay.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Everything you do in the game requires money, and the only way to get money is to either buy it or barter for it. Mm-hmm. And the problem is the bartering, you're bartering with other douchebags that want stuff in the process.
But I think what you're getting at is not so much that, okay, you bought money to open this thing to get what you want. It's you open this thing and see what you get.
Yeah. Like, if you told me, hey, like here, Grand Theft Auto does it right. Mm-hmm. Grand Theft Auto, you can pay money to get in-game money. This is very true. I've done it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it's nothing you can't get. I mean, we can go 2 days playing races just for the fun of it. And in one race, you make like $15,000.
Yeah.
You play a bunch of races, which, mind you, are really fun to play. Mm-hmm. Boom! You can earn the money you want to buy whatever you want. It might take a little longer, but you can do it.
And you can walk after you win that money. You can walk into the ammunition, be like, I want to buy this gun for this much amount,
and you're done.
And you have that gun now. It's not like, okay, I want to spend this much money to open a box and see what's in there.
Yeah, and just like some of the other things,
sunglasses,
some of the cars, or some of the things that exist in the world that you can buy, you can buy them, flat out, or in some cases, you can find them. It's just a matter of looking around. And as a matter of fact, there's certain cars that are custom cars that if you want them. Now, mind you, it takes a little time. It's not necessarily a grind, but it's just kind of back and forthing it a little. You go near some of the garages. A lot of times you'll find custom cars parked out front.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to steal that now. It's mine. It's mine. So, I mean, but there's no... that's straightforward. Hey, you want a little extra cash and don't want to spend 4 hours doing it? You can buy this shark card, you're golden.
And get this.
And you're done. That's it. You purchase the shark card, you get the money, done. Mm-hmm. Not, well, you can buy this. So what you're going to do is, you're going to spend real money to get Zen. You're going to convert that Zen into diamonds. You'll probably lose about half of it in the process. Once you convert that into diamonds, now you're going to want to save half that Zen because you're going to need that to buy the loot box. Once you get the loot box, you're going to get the item. Once you get the loot box, you're going to pay the diamonds to open the loot box. Okay, now you got the items. Okay, now you want to equip them. So now let's hope you saved a little bit of that Zen. Did I mention that? Okay, so take a little bit of that Zen. You can buy, then purchase each. Really?
Yeah, they've figured out so many ways to separate you from the money along the way. Like, you pay this much to get points, and you use those points to get this, and you use this thing to get...
This is the exact same reason I will not play cell phone games.
Do you remember in Ocarina of Time when they had the big quest with the Zoran sword? It started when you were a young Link, and you gotta, like, get some lady... You get some chicken from some lady, you gotta give to someone else, and someone gives you this, and you do this, and at the end you get this... It's the same thing, but you pay for it.
Yeah. Yeah. But then at the same time, too, there weren't loot boxes in that game.
No, no.
It was just what they called a fetch quest, which were annoying, but
we hate fetch quests, but we like loot boxes for some reason.
Yeah. We hate fetch quests. We can make you pay for it. Now, that makes sense. And then you got companies like, I can never think of the man who are the producer of Overwatch for the life of me. I'm terrible at it.
I want to say it's Activision.
Probably. But, they just said, okay, we'll make loot boxes, but they're just for clothes. I mean, it's not, it has no winning effect at all.
Yeah, it's one thing if it's like a cosmetic thing, you look different, but when you're getting stuff when you're paying for stuff that's giving you better weapons or a better way to win the game against other people who don't have that money.
That's not right.
You suddenly need to choose.
Feet are cold. Shut the hell up. It's like 12 degrees outside. Jerk off.
I'm going to have to stop and pick up my cookies to make in the oven. Warm the house up.
Of course.
Or lasagna.
What other reason would you have that? Well, no, you got to pick up a hot lasagna. That's your driving lasagna. To go on your way home.
Someone understands, all right.
you gotta have your driving lasagna while you have your cookies next to you, so you can drive home, you eat your lasagna on your way home, and then you make cookies to warm up the house. The lasagna is to keep you warm in a car in case the car breaks down.
Right.
One of the things to consider too is, you get companies like EA who just want to milk you for every dime they can get out of you. I mean, they're notorious. I mean, a perfect example of the early version of this is look at The Sims.
Fun game.
Very fun. Have you ever seen how many expansions are
Oh
there?
yeah.
About 700-800. Each one has a disc for like anywhere from 15 to like $35 that add shit like cats. Cats.
I think it's Sims. There's another example of some stuff that's in earlier games that you
Got
bought the
it.
game and you got it. Then you come up with sequels and this part of it is missing, but we're going to sell you expansion later with that thing in there. You see that a lot in gaming nowadays.
And it's ridiculous. It's gotten out of control. That being said, random tangent.
Okay.
What is your game that you love more
Oh,
than anything in the world?
Yeah, I think I had one other thing for. It just reminded me of Sims. I think I forgot it though. Okay, moving on. Oh yeah, one other thing.
Is it bad that made you think of it?
You switch sides. I don't know. Not sure how that helped, but it did. Thank you.
Neil, ladies and gentlemen.
Occasionally, game companies will throw you a little bit of a bone. That might have been what it was. Where they'll give you like an older game. Like, here, you can have this older game for free. But they fucking make you work for it in a way. Like, I remember EA a few years ago released Sims 2. Is you just download and play it. Unless you're, playing on a, computer running, current, like Windows 10 or anything. Like, oh, then it's not compatible.
The ball is snapped. Then you hand off to the running back. He finds a hole. Breaks through the defense. Running downfield. Only one man to beat. He could go all.
Your electronics doing things on their own again?
Just be very quiet. I think my computer might have become sentient.
It's watching the Super Bowl and we're not.
He's going. He's got this. What the fuck is happening?
He found a hole. What the hell are you watching over there? Hang on, this could be one of two things.
There's an opportunity or some creepiness.
There's the
Either way.
tight end. Hang on.
He scores. Hold it. Touchdown. Oh.
Okay, getting back. Occasionally they'll release older games for you to download. The thing is, you gotta work for it. EA released The Sims 2 a few years ago that you can just download and play unless you're running a PC with, modern software, like Windows 10 or whatnot, which is not compatible with. You had to... They didn't tell you how to do this. They didn't update the game at all. Basically, okay, you can download it, but if you want to play it, you gotta go through all these steps to make your computer compatible with it. You have to... That they don't tell you about. You have to go find, other people online that are better with computers than you and read what they did. I remember Skyrim... Bethesda did this. They released some of the earlier Elder Scrolls game. Like, I want to say 1, maybe 2, I forget. But those were written for DOS. That's what they ran on. You had to find a DOS emulator and learn how to work that shit.
Wait, are you going to tell me that the PC wouldn't run games that were made for the PC? No.
Oh, or we can go to Microsoft recently on Games with Gold released Army of Two. You can play the game, but if you want to play the multiplayer, which that game was made for, servers are down.
Yeah, the servers don't work. Well, that's not Microsoft, though. I think that's whoever made that game.
But at the same time, it's like, why would you release that game if you... there's another one. Remember Chrome Hounds, one of the first Xbox 360 games. Now, this isn't necessarily the same thing. You build a mech.
I remember Chrome Hounds, but wasn't that the one with the big giant controller?
No, that was a different one. No,
That was Steel something.
Steel
yeah.
Battalion, I believe.
Steel Battalion, yeah.
It's a Capcom game that eventually they shut the servers down because no one was playing it. It's an alright game, but once again, one of those games that were early to the DLC thing,
Yeah.
and you could buy much better guns. So basically, rich people were playing the game against,
Or people didn't want it.
Yeah. They shut the servers down, but people were still selling the games. I remember going to GameStop a couple years after the servers had been shut down on this multiplayer game, and you could buy the game for like $2, but still, like, just fucking throw it out, assholes.
But make sure you completely destroy the game before you throw it in a dumpster, so nobody anywhere can steal your garbage. You want to make 7 Days to Die a really, truly scary game. Keep the modes that are in there now. Whatever. But what they need to do is have a mode in there called True Survival.
Okay.
Okay, let me set the scene. You spawn into the town. You spawn into a house. We're going to give you the advantage that you're in a house. It's barricaded up. It's not very strong, but you're barricaded in a home. Now, what's the most terrifying part about a zombie movie? It's the fact that it goes from 5 to 500 in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, you look this way, and there's
And
no
you're
zombies
surviving.
oh, there's a zombie over there. Then you turn back, oh shit, there's 3 now. And then you look back, there's 5. Like, stop looking!
I'm staring here, right here.
Don't worry about that shit. Just fucking move that way.
It looked to me like they were creating a game. I don't know. The last I heard, it wasn't going to come out. I don't know. I know it was going to... What was his name? Reedus. What's his first name? The actor who played in The Walking Dead.
Norman Reedus?
Norman Reedus, thank you. He was like the star in the game, and it was supposed to be literally like hordes. Like you would be chased by these mumbling,
yeah, I think it's...
driving. Oh, it was terrifying. And it was one of the thing is if you want to make a game truly where you cause the characters have to think, you have to move, you have to react to everything, adapt. You can't allow, like, look at 7 Days to Die. That's fun, but you die, okay. As long as you have a bedroll down, I spawn right there, I'm fine, we're golden.
You respawn somewhere, like, unless there's something really good on your character that you will have to go back, the chances are you can be like, okay, I'll just not do that anymore.
I got like 5 of those in the bank. But, like, I say make a survival mode with more zombies, like, really get hit. And then you make it where there's just maybe like literally a wandering horde. A couple of stragglers here and there throughout the wandering hordes.
Come through. Once again, there's I think just limitations system wise.
Yeah.
You do see hordes. I've seen that. I've played that game and like gone into a house. All of a sudden, oh, there's a zombie outside. No, there's a bunch of zombies outside. Shit.
But like,
well, I'm jumping out a window.
Like even when we've played, like of course, then again we did the
dumb down
cheating stuff. Yeah. But like, I mean, if we played a real game. I'm talking like put that sucker on Warrior or whatever one of the higher ones and touched nothing else. Everything spawns, your health is everything is as it is, as the game intended. That game would probably be a little more terrifying. But here's my thing. Create the pro survivor or the super survivor or whatever you want to call it.
If you die,
game over. Sorry, start a whole new map. It is done.
Kicks you out to the main screen, deletes that game.
You're done. Give me a reason to fight. Give me a reason to be like, let's go out. Hey, let's go out in that field out there. We could probably grab that. That field has 3 zombies and a landmine. I guarantee it. We ain't going anywhere near that field. Well, you sure? You know what? You go. I'll see you tomorrow when we start a new game. Not gonna happen.
I'd say XCOM. If you ever played, there's XCOM, the XCOM 2 that came out. They do have a mode on there. I think it's called Iron Man or something. Where anything that happens in that game is permanent. It does not let you save mid-match. So you can't be like, oh shit, that went back. I'll just go back to my previous save. Whatever happens, happens. If one of your main characters die, which happens kind of a lot in those games, regardless of how you're playing, but you don't get that character back. You cannot revert back to an earlier save and play it that way. It will save your game for you when it's okay for it to save. You can't pick to save it when you want. So yeah, they do have something like that. And XCOM is another one it's actually fairly hard. I think almost kind of organically not designed to be hard.
Well, XCOM 2 is also kind of a different kind of game too. That's more of a strategy based.
Yeah.
I'm talking to more
the survival games that are very popular now.
Yes, and the one I really want to get into is PUBG. Now,
one more thing though about 7 Days. That not necessarily have to do what we're talking about, but do you ever notice what you actually start out with in that game when you make a new character? You've got a can of chili, a jar of water, 1 bandage, and a torch. And absolutely no clothes. Like, who the fuck leaves the house that way? Like, you're in the middle of the forest wherever you start, okay, but, like, how do you have this but nothing else?
When you look at PUBG, and this is a game that I noticed, and this is kind of part of the element that makes these, the one flaw in these games, I see, because PUBG, if you haven't played it, is actually an intensely fun game. There's a constant run of, like, oh, shit.
I think, let's explain it. It's basically, they took the premise of
The Hunger Games. And made it real. But here's the problem.
As they did with Ark Survival of the Fittest.
Which, that one, too, had its...
That was almost exact on. Like, you had, like, starting spots that looked almost exactly like they did it in the movie. And, like, a big thing in front of you with everything. But, yeah.
But, like, see, here's the problem with PUBG. Like, if you ever played it, like, me and Matt played it. Hi, Matt. I know you're watching this. We didn't mention... Well, we mentioned you once this week, but we're going to mention Matt. And we'd also decided, I think, what we're going to do is we're going to start putting random pictures of Matt in weird ways. Like, we'll just Photoshop the shit out of it.
Just Matt shirts.
Yeah, that's what we'll get. We'll get some Matt shirts, and we won't take them off until Matt appears on the show as our guest star. And that's it. Yeah, he just walks in and goes, take them off. And then we just take them off, and then no. So we
and reveal our Matt tattoos. We've got Matt henna.
Matt too. So, you know.
Hit with that motherfucker will rip that skin off.
He lights a torch.
This isn't funny anymore. Shit just got real.
I don't wanna. Does it come off with soap? I hope so. Anyways, so if you play this game, for anybody who's never, for the 3 people watching us that ain't watching us, because we only have 15 people, and 5 of them are us. For the people out there that live under a rock, or like Autumn and Kelsey, who may not play video games at all, when you play PUBG, basically it's like the Hunger Games, just like he said. You come in on an airplane, there's 100 people total in a match, max. Everybody kind of jumps out of the airplane wherever they want in this very specific map, and the idea is to land. You have nothing. You start the game with nothing.
You gotta equip yourself.
You gotta find weapons, clothing, whatever. I mean, there's literally strategies based on this. Like, people have written the proper strategies. Like, you go into a couple houses, you get what you can, and you go, don't get greedy, blah, blah, blah. And what it is, so, let's say you have a big map. After a certain amount of time, everybody's dropped. I think it's 5 minutes after the start. A circle appears on the map, and it says, okay, you need to get to this zone. So everybody runs into that zone. In the meantime, everybody's killing each other. Now, what happens is roughly everybody, I think it's either 2 or 3 minutes, that zone shrinks. A little at a time. Basically forcing everybody closer. So games are pretty short. A game usually only goes no more than maybe 15 minutes. So it shrinks down and people get, taken out. Well, here's the problem with that premise. The idea is to be the last one standing. And that's fine. I get it. And they use that shrinking circle just to keep everybody fighting and keep the melee up and keep the action fun. But the problem that really falls into play on that is, and it could be argued because it's shrinking and they want the games to be short and everything, but I mean, I've watched guys go balls out. They're shooting at everything because, hey, I played the game, I'm going to get points.
No.
One way or the other.
Right.
There's no feeling of loss. There's no feeling of, like, it should be like all the points you earn in a match, you can only carry so many in your pockets, and the rest are carried in your bag. Well, anybody who's played PUBG, when you die, your bag just explodes and all your shit's laying there.
Okay.
So, like, let's say you collect 1,500 points. Well, you can only carry 30 in your pockets. Here's the goal. Survive. Because if you can be the last man standing and keep winning and keep beating guys, you get more points. If you can be number 1, here's this big jackpot. But if you die, here's 15. Have a nice day. By the way, these points you can buy things with. It's going to take you 6.5 years to get one stupid thing. That new face mask that looks cool. Yeah, good luck. Because that's 1 million. And at 15 a shot, I don't know what the math is on that, but it's a couple matches, I'm going to say.
Within the last few years, TV did get better. They call it the golden age of TV now. We're starting to see a lot better shows than what they used to be.
Yeah, Last Man Standing. Some of those were pretty funny.
Grand Theft Auto, not Game of Thrones.
Grand Theft Thrones?
A lot of same letters in there.
Well, Game of Thrones is good, but that's also because got a lot of good writers. That
Exactly. We got to a golden age of TV. Walking Dead was a Breaking Bad. I know not particularly your favorite, but
no, it's not that it's not my favorite. I can't get I want to so badly like that show. I do.
But it's a good show. We got to a point where we got sick of all the programming we had, and people were like, let's actually work on this and make it better. Hopefully we get that with gaming.
It'll get there. I think one of the biggest problems we're having, too, is, and we're starting to see a shift in it, which is helping a lot, I'm seeing in the structure and design of games, is these big companies are starting to kind of lose their grip. And it's starting to come down to these little indie companies to make some of these, 7 Days to Die, some of these games that are being made, Telltale Games, they started out making stupid games. I thought they were stupid. They were basically choose your own adventures in digital form.
Yeah.
But
I love those books.
Not to do. But for some reason, it just doesn't pan out in a digital format.
I killed myself so many times in such unexpected ways too. Like, how's that the bad choice?
Yeah, but the best part about them books was always the finger in the pen. I mean, just nope, didn't take my finger off it yet.
No, but sometimes they do it a couple steps. Like you flip to page 38 and you get to the next one. Like you flip to page 6 and you get there. Like, oh shit! And then you go back to 38 and you go take the other option. No, that one's bad too. Shit! I gotta go back too.
Wait, where did I come from before this?
Start over. God damn it.
That was the only book you could read and actually only have one chapter. That was a short book. That was Well, didn't you try the other things? No, I'm good.
The trick was to go back to the ending, find the best ending that you liked, and then figure out, okay, that's on page. Which one tells me to go to that page? You work that shit and memento it.
That was the best story ever. Had to read it backwards, but it was the best story ever. I'm waiting to see what the new Crackdown is going to be like, because the first ones were just fun. That was what I call a popcorn game.
Yeah.
You could sit, throw popcorn in your mouth, and just have a good time. Microsoft, we love you. Send us stuff.
Yeah. Such as Crackdown.
Such as Crackdown. It didn't even have to be Crackdown. Send us Crackdown swag.
Since the first one, I'll play that shit again.
You ain't kidding. I'll play the crap out of that thing. Actually,
I never made it to the top of the Ferris wheel.
really?
I could never. There's like I'd get to some point and like I mess up a jump every time.
What was the? I think it was because there was two original ones, right?
There's 2 Crackdowns.
Okay, I want to say it was the second one. You can actually there was a giant tower in the center.
I think I meant the first one. There's the agent's tower.
Yes, and you can make it to the top of that. It's a pain in the ass, but you can do it. I used to that's the kind of stupid crap I like doing though. I want a challenge that I shouldn't be able to do. It's probably one of the same reasons I like Grand Theft Auto. It's like, how big of a car chase can I get in and get out of?
Well, that's why we like Dishonored.
Yeah.
And when they're programming the game, they had like all these abilities they, let people try out, and the people that are testing the game started combining them in ways that the developers hadn't anticipated. Instead of being like, oh shit, we got to fix it, so they can't do that. They go, okay, well, they can do that now. Where can we build it? They went the opposite way I think a lot of other companies would have gone, and it paid off pretty well for them, I'd say.
Yeah, Dishonored was good. I will say the second one was a little weak in terms of the first one, story-wise. Gameplay was fantastic. Story-wise, it was a little off.
We should do a episode on sequels that have actually done better. They're actually better than the original, because they're very rare, I'd say.
Yeah. Rare.
I think normally you make a really cool game, like, let's follow it up with something, you just rush out some crap before people forget about the first one.
And then we should talk about, actually, you know what we'll call the Shrek effect.
Okay.
Because that's one of the very few movies
The second one.
where the second one actually did way, way better than the first one.
When you get to number 3 and number 4, like, ooh, stop, please.
Oh, we made a mess. Okay.
Okay, you're done. You're done.
Stop! God damn.
Puss in Boots has a movie. Fuck.
That was such a bad movie.
And a Netflix series. God damn it.
I watched Puss in Boots. Like, I like Puss in Boots. This ought to be all.
The next Netflix series is actually pretty good. I like it. What I'm getting worried about is you've seen how he looks, right?
George R. Martin.
Yeah.
He's a big fat sloppy.
He's still got 2 more books to write. Like, come on.
2 more books to write.
He
He defined exactly the number of books he's going to
originally
write?
supposed to be a trilogy. We're up to book 5, 6 came out already. No, I think, yeah, he's...
Someone explain to this fat bastard exactly what trilogy means. Continue.
But yeah, like, we're waiting for he writes, the books are big, too.
Oh, I know.
Like, we're like, come on, let's you're not getting any better looking. Shit not look like you're healthy.
Halfway through the completion of his final book and the final chapter in this epic series, George R. Martin dies today. Come on!
Are you not writing because you're on a treadmill? I don't think that's it, but come on. They actually happened to another author, Robert Jordan. Actually, he was friends with George Martin. I think my dad's read it. He's had this elaborate, like, I think, 18, 19 book-long series called The Wheel of Time, and the motherfucker died, and someone else had to take over.
Guess what? The Wheel of Time ended.
And George Martin has gone on record saying, I don't really want, this is my thing, this is my magnum opus, I don't want anyone else kind of...
Well, listen, Opie, you might want to go ahead and start writing a little quicker.
Everyone loves orgasms. Like, how are you going to hate someone for having an orgasm?
It's true.
They're fantastic.
Well, you still remember those, right?
You can have them without another person, you know that, right? Sometimes they're better.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't like them because then I got to cuddle with myself afterwards. And I tend to get grabby.
God, I'm such a talker after it.
Yeah, I just won't shut up. And then I want to spend the night. You know, it's...
Was it good for you?
My hand fell asleep on me once. That'll destroy your ego.
Did you ever just give up? We're done here.
Yeah, I have actually. Not really that
We
long.
started with last July. Like last week in July, we filmed our first one.
Okay, so yeah, we're coming up on a year of doing this.
We have to do a special 1 year anniversary.
1 year, I'm gonna be naked the whole time.
Unless we get a better idea from the audience. Just saying. You saw a little bit of it today. That was the easier to deal with part.
By the way, I'm moving the camera down. We'll blur it out, but it's gonna be a long blur.
It's gonna be an unusually colored blur. Like, why is it so white here, but that's all red? What's going on?
Why is it red with a touch of purple? It's odd.
I kind of want the blur to go away just so I can figure out what the fuck's going on down there. You got a bag of Skittles?
Unedited picture in the comments below. Follow this link. Which is just me holding up a sign with a bag of Skittles going, you perverts.
What's it called? The it's not a barcode, but it's like a block with like the
QR code.
QR code. I read one time about a guy who was walking around. He had a QR code on his shirt, like I think on the back or something. And some guy saw, like, oh, check this out. So he got his phone out, scanned it, took him to a link, and went to the link. There's a guy standing there naked and just waving. Well played, sir. Well played. Be careful on the internet. Just don't tell anyone to do anything.
It is amazing. Oh, I got a new channel. I got it. I just got it. I'm going to change the world in one step right now. I want you to edit this out and put this on separately. You understand me?
This is going to be an intro video of yours page.
All right, everybody. Well, here was what we're going to do today. We are going to do the Get a Job and Succeed Challenge. Yeah. So here's how it goes. Everybody go out and get a job. Then ready for this? Ready for this? Keep the job. Hold on. This is where it gets nuts. Succeed at the job.
Hey,
Work your way up and become a reasonable, understanding, smart, useful person to this world and not a Tide Pod eating retard.
Then film it and put it on YouTube.
Then film it and put it on YouTube. You make millions, I'm telling you. Part of your success will fall there. I have spoken.
I think we actually did some good today.
Two men who make video for YouTube created the challenge that people follow. Currently 5 CEOs and 4... Yes.
Meanwhile, they're still stuck making fucking videos.
Well, new challenge. Give us some money.
And you can film it.
Yeah, you can film us getting money. We're fine with that.
Like, whoever can come to deliver the money in the most unusual way, yeah, you probably...
There you go. Yeah, whoever can deliver us money in the
Like,
most
wear
unusual
like a
way
ducky suit or something?
that does not involve us getting hurt in any way or damage to our property. A link to my house below.
We'll set up a safe zone. We'll meet at McDonald's so that way we can like buy some
You're not meeting at McDonald's.
Burger King.
Thank you. And even that, Chipotle.
Oh yeah, Chipotle.
Yeah.
The give Bill Neal money at Chipotle challenge.
Yes. We'll just be waiting out front. Paul, very Paul. Let me fucked up. We were at Chipotle. And so, Bill Neal here. Yes, that is us.
Two guys just happen to look like us. Two unfortunate individuals.
And all you see on cameras, them get speared by us. Give me our money, you motherfucker.
It becomes a thing, and then people that kind of look like us just start hanging out at Chipotle together. Oh, that must be them.
Oh God, it's Jay and Silent Bob.
I've been told I look like Jay before. It's by a very drunk guy at a frat party. But still,
You look like Jay.
he told me a bunch. You look like Jay. Oh, thank you, I heard that. But no, you really look like him. Yeah, I know. I mean, you look like him. Fucking.
Is that a compliment? I don't know how to take this.
I understand. Message received. Okay.
Go away.
I was waiting for someone else at the party to get their coat so we could go. I was like, get the fucking coat! Come on.
It's in the other room. Do you want to? Yes. Also, like, subscribe, share, and like, subscribe, and share. We're getting out of here. This has been episode 20, where we completed talking about everything random that we could think of, from movies to television to games.
Mm-hmm. And books.
And books. And people dying.
Mm-hmm.
And America.
Morga.
So, y'all have a great day. Love you.
Give us money at Chipotle.
Also, if you want to donate money, we'd like to get a new mic. Just letting you know. Putting it out there. Just comments below. Say, hey, we'd like to donate some money. And be like, hey, here's my bank account number.
I'll be at Chipotle.
No, he's not joking. He'll be at Chippy's Fat.
There's 2 or 3 in the area. There's a good chance you might find me at one of them.
Just keep driving around and go, Neil! And if you hear someone go, that's him.
What? And that's not a burrito. I get the bowl.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it.
Fuck yeah.
The burrito's just too messy. I had to bite my hand every time. Ow!
I'm not checking to see what's food and what's a finger. Getting in there, get me something.
Anyways, on a
we
side
have a
note,
15th subscriber. We got one more since last week.
Oh, I'd like to say to the lovely ladies I talked about this the other day with, mother.
What's on you?
Don't ask. All right.